Have you ever sat down to complete an important task and then suddenly realized that laundry needs to be done, the dog needs to be fed, emails need to be answered, or maybe you should go ahead and have lunch even though it's only 11 a.m.? Next thing you know, it's the end of the day and your important task remains unfinished. For many people, procrastination is a strong and mysterious force that keeps them from completing the most urgent and important tasks. It's also a potentially dangerous force, causing victims to fail out of school, put off medical treatment, or delay saving for retirement. A study from 1997 found that college-age procrastinators ended up with higher stress, more illness, and lower grades by the end of the semester. But the reasons people procrastinate are not understood that well. Some researchers have viewed procrastination as a failure of self-regulation, like other bad behaviors that have to do with a lack of self-control, such as overeating, a gambling problem, or overspending. Others say it's not a matter of being lazy or poor time management, but may actually be linked to how our brains work and to deeper perceptions of time and the self. Most psychologists see procrastination as a kind of avoidance behavior, a coping mechanism gone awry in which people give in to feel good, says Timothy Peichel, a professor who studies procrastination at Carleton University in Ottawa. It usually happens when people fear or dread or have anxiety about the important task awaiting them. To get rid of this negative feeling, people procrastinate. They open up a video game or Facebook instead. This makes them feel better temporarily, but unfortunately, reality comes back to bite them in the end. Some psychologists believe that procrastination is linked to deeper perceptions of time and the difference between what they call the present and future self. The idea is that even though we know that the person we will be in a month is theoretically the same person that we are today, we have little concern for that future self. People are far more focused on how they feel today. Interestingly, research suggests that one of the most effective things that procrastinators can do is to forgive themselves for procrastinating. Students who reported forgiving themselves for procrastinating on studying for the first exam ended up procrastinating less for the second exam. This works because procrastination is linked to negative feelings, the researchers say. Forgiving yourself can reduce the guilt you feel about procrastinating, which is one of the main triggers for procrastination in the first place. But the best thing that Peichel recommends is to recognize that you don't have to be in the mood to do a certain task. Just ignore how you feel and get started. Instead of focusing on feelings, we have to think about the next action. Break down your tasks into very small steps that can actually be accomplished. So if it's something like writing an essay, the first step is just opening the document and writing the date. Even if it's an extremely small action, a little progress will typically make you feel better about the task and increase your self-esteem, which in return reduces the desire to procrastinate to make yourself feel better.